All right, guys, we got another one here. This one is called Ayisha Diaz Meltdown after her ex-boyfriend Bow Wow said he smashed for free. Let's check it out.
What's going on, guys? Jada Black here. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I want to talk about Ayisha Diaz. Y'all know I recently made a video about her in regards to her talking about she wants her next boyfriend to be, giving her like a $45,000, $50,000 allowance. And she got a lot of pushback and she responded. All that is in my other video. I'll link it in the description box. But Bow Wow decided to chime in, and Bow Wow said it was free for him on the Dead Homies.
He ain't probably lying. He probably keeping it real, and that's what kills me about these type of women. It really kills me, guys. She's half fake. Okay, she's probably had a ton of work done, and she's out here talking about I need $45,000 to $50,000 a month to mess with a guy. And this is all transactional, of course. This is not about love. And it kills me when she does hit the wall and when she does get to a point where she's actually wanting or looking for love. It's not going to be anywhere in anywhere near her, because everybody knows who she is. She's just another thought who got money from people who are willing to pay it. The simps who are willing to pay this type of money, which I believe. I don't even trust that. I don't believe that. I don't believe most guys, even if you do have it, are paying anyone that much, right? I just don't. But let's just say it was true. It's only a matter of time before all that stops. Nobody's going to continue to pay that. They're going to toss her around. She's somebody's fun toy at best. And I think that's what she was with Bow Wow. So she's getting salty. And I guess she decided to say something about that because, of course, she didn't want anybody outing her.
Paraphrasing, but that's what he said. Now, Ayisha Diaz caught wind of this and decided to respond in a very weird and vicious manner. She posted in response, because she's getting cooked all over social media, "Your peen not even big enough to hit anything, but the dead homies can now tell them how the only one that was getting hit was you with the dildo by Tiana Trump."
You can tell that she is upset. You can tell that she's salty. And women do this all the time. When they get their feelings hurt, they try to say or do anything under the table to try to expose somebody, right? Even if it's not true. Because if it was true, and if that was the case, then why did you let him hit it for free and continuously hit it for free? That's my thing. That's how I know it's a lie off top. You're taking pictures with this guy. You're still messing with this guy. Yet you're saying he's all of this and he's all of that. Let's stop. Let's stop the cap, and let's just call it what it is. This is a trick whose feelings got hurt, and then now she wants to try to make somebody else's feelings hurt. That's it. Hurt people hurt people. You ever heard that term? And that's just what this is, guys.
And that's one of the reasons I dismissed you, and to this day haven't even said hi back to you because of that. Yeah, maybe 20 years ago I wasn't requiring certain things, but I do now. And I stand on what I require from a man if they don't want her to work. Now take your corny opinion back to 2013 and stay there where you've been at this whole time. Now this is how she responded. Bow Wow only said one sentence, and she then goes and makes 2 paragraphs of this. This heifer was hurt.
I'm looking at this picture now. I mean, bro, she's put together by doctors, right? This is surgery at its best, at its finest, right? Breast fake, tummy tuck probably. She's got BBL all day. None of this stuff is going to age well. This stuff ages like milk, okay? And then you have the wall to compete with. And once you hit that, it's really over with. And then where are you going to go? And then what are you going to do? Nobody's going to be paying you $5 to go out on a date with you. It's crazy.
Ayisha Diaz is delusional. Like most of these women, they think that because they may look attractive to certain people, they have the BBLs, they think that men are just going to be paying them. You see, the reason why women like Ayisha Diaz is because she knows that men see her for what she is, and that is an escort. Who are putting out rates, right? Because that's what she's going to get. No man is going to marry her or be in a long-term relationship with her knowing he's going to have to pay her $100,000 each month for her to feel like, she's successful or that she's a kept woman. Because I'm telling you right now, she's going to require that amount of money if she's working or not. She said it in her own response to Bow Wow that she requires certain things now that she didn't before. And when she was with Bow Wow, was she working? Was she not working? We're not really sure about that.
Look, she strikes me as somebody who will ask for money from simps, right? People who nobody knows. But when she's in a room full of people who are known, artists, athletes, etc., actors, etc., etc., guys, she's one of those chicks that are going to just pay to kick it. In other words, say Michael B. Jordan walked into the room, right? He's not giving her a damn thing, but she's going to give it up to him. She's going to be ready to risk it all for somebody like that. And Michael would not have to spend one dime, one iota, right? But if you're talking about a simp who, she doesn't know and no one else knows, they may pay that, or she may require them to pay something. And that's on the simp to pay that if he wants to pay that. But no, most of these guys out here, guys aren't paying for that. Especially guys who are attractive, guys who have things going for themselves. Why would they do that when they don't have to, when they can get it for free? When they have women throwing it at them for free.
Come on, players, stop hating. Stop hating. Start participating.
That's how I know she's lying. She's full of it, guys. And she just got called out. That's all it is. She got called out, and now she's salty.
But for her to then try to attack him and his manhood, you had relations with Bow Wow. You was his woman. You're claiming that because of, again, this is her putting this out here. You're claiming that he did some things, and that's why you don't speak to him and you don't talk to him, because you don't think he's a real man because he was, had certain things done to him. Again, these are all her say, right? This is what you call defamation. This is defamation right here. You see how easy it is for women to disrespect a man's masculinity and manhood. All Bow Wow said was that he smashed for free. I mean, they were in a relationship. He didn't have to pay her to be with him. But see, women like her have embraced the escort mindset. So they're willing to be treated like escorts now. Maybe they didn't before, but they do now because they have no soul. They're empty. They're an empty shell. There's nothing behind those eyes. And it doesn't matter how good these women look. They're broken. She's broken. And her only response to Bow Wow was that you let Tiana Trump do this to you. Again, this is what she's saying. We don't know if any of this is true.
It's probably not.
You're bringing another woman who's in a relationship, by the way, into this to attack somebody and say that you don't acknowledge him because according to you, Tiana Trump did some things to him that we don't have any proof or information on. That is what you call defamation. You see, when these heifers threaten to sue over defamation, this is true defamation. Okay? Because you're insinuating things that have not been put out here. Because you're mad because you're getting cooked by the internet because people don't think that you're worth $50,000 a month. You're just not. Do you have the skill set of a wife? Does a man look at you and say she'd be a good mother to my children? You're just a renter heifer. A man can rent you for some weeks or a couple of months, and then he's on to the next one. She was the fact that Earn Your Leisure brought her on their platform is puzzling. What businesses has she built? Everything she has is because of a man. She didn't build anything on her own.
And that's Guys, this happens all the time. I mean, because you have a certain look about you, because you look good or whatever. I mean, that's what you're used for. You're just eye candy. You're a fun toy. And they think that they're more important than they really are, guys. And that blows up their heads. That makes them think that they can get on social media, get on these platforms, and request $50,000 a month to mess with the guy, right? Extremely outlandish numbers, right? You make yourself look like a dummy, an idiot. You do.
This is unacceptable.
And I don't think they realize how goofy they look when they do what they're doing. And then also, I don't think they realize they don't have enough foresight to understand the future. They can only see now. A lot of women only look at what's in front of them. They they have a hard time believing or looking into the future. 3, 4 steps ahead. And that's the issue, because it's always going to come back. Any future suitor that you thought you might have had, all they got to do is go online, type in your name, and it's over. The dominoes will fall. So if you ever thought you were going to be in a real relationship, that died probably back before 2013, when Bow Wow was clapping your cheeks and stretching you out.
And that's why she's mad, because of what Bow Wow said. There are many ways that she could have responded to Bow Wow. You're angry because you realize that men see you for what you are. And you didn't think that you were intentionally doing that. But see, a lot of you heifers think you're smarter than you really are. You went and disrespected a guy who you were in a relationship with. You had all types of bedroom activities with him. And then now, because you didn't like what he had to say, now you want to try to insinuate that he's gay or he's into certain activities.
They all do that. They all do that. That's where they go, guys. I've done other videos where you will see, or they're out now, when the female is hurt, when her feelings are hurt, she goes there. She always goes to the gay stuff, right? Every single time, to try to demasculate and, insult the guy, right? When 2 weeks ago he was over there handling you, right? You got handled just last week. He had you in that room, door was closed, you were under the covers, and you were being handled. So, like I said, I don't believe any of that. Like I said, she's salty. She's got people coming for her neck. She's getting roasted right now on social media, and she has nowhere else to turn. She knows she looks stupid out here, and she's trying to cover the wound, trying to stop the bleeding, so to speak. That's all this is.
Because you're mad that you're getting cooked by the internet. And even when this post, what she said, is reposted on some of these pages, she's still getting cooked because you're delusional. And that's why you will never have love in your life. You will never find that husband that's willing to take care of you, because he's going to look like a simp.
He's right,
Does she think this? Just imagine, like, if you dealt with her, right? If you say something that she doesn't like, she's going to try to insinuate that you're gay, that you're into certain activities, which is true defamation. This is defamation. See, Bow Wow could sue her. He could, and he'd win, because she not only is she insinuating certain things about him, she's bringing other people into it. How would she know any of this? You admitted that you are pay for play. That's what that is. You see, one of these rich Arabs or Africans can fly her out because she has rates. Mm-hmm. So let's say people say, well, she's talking about dating, Jay. That's the point. She doesn't want the responsibility of a relationship. She wants a salary. She wants to be paid to have relations with the guy that she's dating.
Why not just go get your OnlyFans account? I mean, who knows? She probably already has one, but I mean, that's probably what she's doing in between, her getting tossed up by these other guys, the ones who are actually paying this, if they are any out there. And I believe that there's always a simp out there willing to, do something strange for a little bit of change. And, that's just how it is, guys. transactional, uh, completely nothing but that, and she's partaking in those activities if she can. And the sad reality is, if she had a family, I'd be ashamed. If I had her father, if her father was alive right now, I would be, I would be sick to my stomach. I would be ashamed, and it would be very hard to explain or even claim, you know, her when she's out here doing stuff like this. And most likely she probably doesn't have a father, because these are a lot of these women, it boils down to daddy issues for a lot. Believe it or not, a lot of women who are out here doing the things that they're doing out here like this, if you trace it back and you follow the breadcrumbs, you will find that they have had issues in the past, with daddy. Okay, I mean, I'm just keeping it real. I wouldn't be surprised if that was an issue, if that came up. It's the sad reality of it all, though. She's just a thought. She's just a $2 hoe with a $3 haircut. I mean, let's just keep it real, and that's all she ever will probably end up being, guys. Even if she decided she wanted to change her life tomorrow and say, I'm giving my life to the Lord now. She's it's not gonna matter. Most people are gonna see her for what we all have on her right now, which is just this trash. It's what she is.
That's what the money is for. She says it's only for her. Like, what makes her think that she is worth $50,000 a month? Because of your looks? There's a lot of attractive women out here who ain't asking for $50,000 a month.
Exactly.
Who don't have the track record. I mean, who don't have the tread on the tires. Mm-hmm. I just think that these heifers think that because they have a following or because they look good, all of a sudden that's going to mask the fact that these women have absolutely no soul.
Guys, that's exactly what it is. Social media has blown up so many people's heads, women, that they really believe what people are telling them online. These simps get on here and they leave her all kinds of admiration, and they're following her and they're giving her all this stuff, blowing her head up. And she really believes that she can go out here and ask for this. She can go out here and ask for 40, 50K and somebody will give it to her, right? And then all that happened was Bow Wow came and pulled her card and basically exposed her and said, I hit that for free. What are you talking about? And that's what I'm saying. If she's with somebody she wants to be with, they're going to hit it for free. She's not going to ask anyone that she wants to be with for 40 to 50K a month. She's not doing it. She's only doing this to people who want her that she doesn't want. The simps. I'm telling you, that's what it is. That's what it is. Now, every girl who with a social media following and with followers, they base that on how important they are. If they got 1,000 followers and people who are liking their videos every time they try on a new outfit, guess what, guys? That's putting a battery in their back. That's putting a false battery in their back, making them think that they can attain certain things when they actually can't. Right? No, nobody's falling for that anymore. Those days are dying and almost over with, where, nobody cares. Guys don't care anymore about that stuff, guys. We don't care how many followers you got. We don't care how many people liked you because you tried on this dress or whatever. What is that doing for me? It doesn't matter. But they seem to believe that, and that's why you have a lot of these women talking how they're talking.
That these women are extremely broken, and that these women, for the most part, don't know who they are. They don't have wife skills. They don't have the skill set to even be a girlfriend. So they might as well just get the money. Why is one of the first things when it comes to a relationship, you're asking for money? You're not talking about the man and what he brings to a relationship, whether he be a good father to your children. You're looking for a guy that, is a leader who you can build a solid foundation with. You talking about the money. You're exposing that you have an escort mindset. And this is why so many young girls are so lost.
Yeah, I'm gonna end it there, man. I mean, I have to agree. And I have a daughter, I have 2 daughters, and this is the exact thing that I don't want for them. This is social media at its worst when you're dealing with this type of stuff, right? But see, that's the thing. That's the difference between having a father in your life and not having one. Okay, which I don't believe she has, or I believe she doesn't have a good relationship with her father, because these are issues that stem from, way back when kids are, kids. And if you don't have that father that is coddling you and that is, giving you affirmations and doing all these things and instilling these values in you, right? You're going to go out looking for these things. You're going to go out looking for these things, and before you know it, you're going to turn around and you're going to be something that you never thought you would become, and you're going to lose yourself. And I think that's just going on right now with her. And I'm going to leave it at that, man. Now she's nothing but trash. So with that being said, I'm out. I want to thank everybody for watching. If you like the content, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. I drop content every single day on this channel. And with that being said, guys, I will see you all in the next video.